Welcome all viewers to Sumita Roy's English Classroom. Please watch all the videos completely and leave your comments if you have doubts or if you want me to prepare some special topic for you. There are now more than 200 videos, all for your benefit. Today's topic is what many of you are asking and have been asking in the past. Want to learn English, but how to do that? How to learn English? Let me tell you a few very important and very simple steps so that you can begin very easily. There are many videos for beginners which you can start watching, but begin like this. Simple sentences you can frame. Follow me when I say, my name is Sumita. What is your name? You repeat, my name is, and you give your name. Then you say, what is your name? Or may I know your name? Repeat this sentence. I live in Hyderabad. Where do you live? Again you say, I live in, and mention the place where you live. Then you ask a question, where do you live? So you're carrying out a conversation with somebody maybe you've met for the first time. I teach English. What do you do? I teach English, I'm saying. Now you can describe what you do. You can say that I'm a student, or I work in an office, or I am a businessman. I am a hazif. Hazif is housewife. We pronounce like that. These are what you are saying about yourself. Then you ask, what do you do? I teach English. What do you do? Go on practicing these sentences to yourself every day for a little time. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy traveling. You say other things. I enjoy reading. I enjoy watching movies. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy gardening. I enjoy meeting my friends. So from that one sentence, you can get 10, 20 sentences. Practice them. Then you can ask, what do you like doing? What do you like doing? I enjoy this. Then what do you enjoy? This way, if you frame sentences, then you get confidence. Then you get the ability to begin. There are certain videos, beginner's conversation, 3 parts. Listen to those videos and keep repeating them. That is one way to begin. That is the first step. Question answer, or you give a statement and ask a question. Instead of expecting others to always ask you, you can start and you can give it and then go ahead. Then of course, we move on to the next one. The next is identifying objects around you. This I've been saying in many of the videos. The first video which I put, that is language drill for nouns. Then I gave another video on naming words. This is how we learn. Then there is a video for beginners on identifying objects. I have shown you each object and we have identified. For instance, this is a pen. So like that, many objects are there in that video and they are identified, each one. Now, if you tell me in the comment box which video you are looking for, suppose you cannot find that video, then the answer to your comment will be the link to that video or those videos. Most of you just say good morning, and many of you ask me if I'm keeping well. Yes, with all your prayers, I'm keeping very good health, but I want to hear much more from you than good morning. Good morning is very sweet. It's very nice. But please say something which either you're learning or you want to learn. So we have identifying objects. You look around, you say this is a wall, you say this is a shelf, you say this is a computer screen, you say that is a painting, you say this is a chain and these are specs. In this way you identify, these are clothes. Look around everywhere. Go to the first video in the channel, language drill nouns. You will find so many nouns there and all of them this, that, these, those. This is for something which is close by. You're looking out of the window and you say, that is a tree, that is a big building, that is a park, or that is a lawn. In this way, that means far away. These are plural. Suppose I had 4 or 5 pens, I would show you and say these are pens. Now you see on my wrist there are 2 of these. So I say these are bangles. These because they are close to me and they are plural. Those far away. Those are flowering plants. I can see many plants outside my window. So I'm saying. You say, those are people walking on the street. So those means far away, plural. In this way, if you start framing sentences, you will find that you are gaining confidence to speak. But starting to speak is difficult. There are, begin speaking English, etc., many videos, which also you can see. But the most important thing for speaking is to listen. Unless you listen, it's very difficult for you to speak. I have given you many videos on conversation. Listen to those conversation videos many times. 2 people are speaking to each other. 10 people are speaking to each other. I have not given 10. Maximum, I think, 4 people are speaking to each other. Listen to these conversations again and again. Then carry out a conversation in your mind. The other day I got a very good comment, and that is that this is role play. Role play is wonderful. You just enact something. You think of a situation and you act it out. That you can do in your mind using English from your brain and speaking it aloud. Think of yourself as 2 or 3 different people. You might have seen, elderly people play chess with themselves. Once they take the side which is black and another time they go around and they sit there and play the white ones. In this way they are playing with themselves. It is possible to learn on your own, but for this, listening is most important. Now, what will you listen to? I have given you many stories. If you listen to those stories, it is not enough. If you repeat them, then it is beneficial. Listening to the story is good. Listen to it 5 times. Then retell that story. Tell that story in your own words. That is called retelling. You need not say it exactly like the story I have told you. You can just take the meaning and frame sentences on your own. Unless you practice, you cannot get benefited. I have also given you a video as to how you will answer questions. Tell me about your family. Then what will you say? In my family, there are 2 people. Then you describe who they are. Talk about those 2 people. In my family, there are 10 people. Now, name them, who they are, and describe something about them. If you have friends, you can describe the friends also. In this way, if you slowly try to do it, you will get benefited. Every video on the channel and I told you already there are more than 200 now, is for you to begin speaking, is for you to begin the process. So when you ask, just today I got a mail that I want to speak to you, madam, because I don't know how to begin. I have subscribed, but I don't know how to begin. Now, that is why I'm making this video for you. Because speaking to me for 1 minute is not going to help you at all. Whereas listening to what I'm telling you, following the instructions I'm giving you, doing the exercises which I'm explaining to you, these things will benefit you immensely. So look at what you want to learn. In the comment box, write down what you want to learn. What is your problem? There are some tests. Initially I gave beginner's test, mid-level test, advanced test. I gave the test on one day and the answers after a few days. Both videos are available on the channel. You can take the test and look at the answers immediately. If you get them wrong, do it again. Do it a third, fourth, fifth time. YouTube is so beneficial that it is not like a real classroom where once the lecture is over, it is finished. Here, the classroom is such that you can play it whenever you want. You can play it as many times as you want. There is no restriction saying this is the end. Therefore, you need to practice. The next point is that you also need, other than naming words, you also need verbs. I have given you many grammar videos. Somebody from, another country, I don't remember which, was saying, please teach grammar. Now, I have given so many videos on grammar. They are there in the podcast. They are there in the playlist. Once you subscribe to the channel, you can search the playlist and the podcast. You will find all the grammar videos. If you want to learn about nouns, good, go to the grammar video. But if you want to practice nouns, start naming the words. Then verbs also, if you want to learn, go to the video on verbs and tenses and modal auxiliaries. Recently somebody asked, will you teach modal auxiliaries? That is done, 4 or 5 months back. So all I had to do is give the link. That is very, very useful. You tell me what you want, and if that is already there, you will get the link. If it is not there, then I will prepare that video for you. This is the way in which you can have learning at your own convenience by your own choice. Not a standard, good for everybody, a group learning. But this can be an individual learning where each of you tells me what you want to learn. So all beginners who are getting confused need to now tell me what is it that you want. What is your problem? If you explain the problem, then I can look for a solution. I can look for how to solve your problem. So now, action words. The second video on the channel is language drill of verbs. Similarly, much later, maybe another 4 or 5 months later, there is a video on action words. Somebody said that yes, in our schools we teach like this. Today, grammar is not so popular. Grammar books, instead of using those, we are trying to use some context, some situation from where the child can learn. The child comes in, then you say, sit down when the child comes into the class. So the child learns that stand up is when he comes, walk in is when he enters the class, he or she, sit down is when he takes the chair. Sometimes punishment is also given. You say, go outside the class, or kneel down, or stand facing the wall. These are all also verbs. You have so many verbs. When you see children playing, you can see they are running, they are jumping, they are swinging. Swing is what goes to and fro. And they are, taking the slide. They go on top through the stairs and then they come down smoothly. Then they have seesaw. The stick is there. Once it goes up and the other one goes up. So when they are playing, you see so many verbs in action. When you are working at home, sweeping, dusting, cleaning, then you have cooking and, serving, eating, drinking. All these are verbs. So when you practice these words, make sentences with them, try to do them, whatever you're doing, you describe. In this way, you get practice. So how will you begin? Where will you begin? You want to learn, then you begin with only one single word. Yesterday I was speaking to a group of people. They are all people who are employed possibly, but they don't know English. They only know their mother tongue. So they were sending me WhatsApp in a language except one or two words, which were English words spelt in English, and the others were all in our mother tongue. Now I can read, but that does not give the person any practice. I was going to tell them about how to learn English, but if you don't learn by practice, if you continue to use your mother tongue, then it is no use. You have to get out of that habit. So I said, please write to me messages in English. Even if it is wrong English, please send me that. I hope such people will send many comments. If you make a mistake in your comment, we are here to correct you. My job is to make your English better. Correct does not mean insult. Correct means to help. Correct means to encourage, to motivate. So if you write a comment, that will be a great help for beginners. All those beginners who are coming to the channel can start by writing as many comments as you want in English. Many of you are using English script, but the language is not English. Don't do that. Try to use English in English script. These days you have a wonderful facility. You put your word in your language on Google and say in English. Then Google gives you that. You can easily use that for 1 or 2 days till you watch many videos, till you practice for many hours, and then you can write in English. Now, one last point I want to tell you is that reading helps you a lot. In each of the 200 videos, I have given you a description. So look through all the descriptions of the 200 videos. Read them loudly. They are in good English, correct English. Look at all the sentences. Look at all the words. Read them many times. Description is only 100-200 words, not long. When you are watching the video, go to the description also and read it. If as a beginner you do this, even without understanding much, this is exposure to English. Once you get good exposure to the language, you will find that your language is improving. Then you won't have any problems. You won't feel that I want to learn English, but how should I begin to learn English? That is what I tried to tell you. Don't wait. Please begin immediately. And if you are at a higher level, like many of you write long comments, then what I want you to do is, I want you to gather people around you and start teaching them. Because you have reached a level, I have shown you how English teaching is done. You can use these points and start. Share the channel with all the learners who gather with you. Let them look at the video and then let them give you a feedback about that video in English. So if they see 200 videos, they would have spoken 200 times. That will make their English very good. They don't really need to learn anything further. They can only continue to improve. They won't be beginners anymore. So if you do that, write in the comment only what you have learned, what you want to learn, or what you feel you are looking for. If it is already there, you will get the link. If it is not there, then of course, I will prepare it for you. This is how we can benefit by, starting at once. So begin today. Don't wait anymore. Watch, share, like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Thank you and all the best.